Welcome to Lesson 16. Today we're going to be working on dividing decimals, but we're going to be doing this in more of an everyday type way, meaning that we're going to use our division of decimals to help us solve a problem. So our problem that we're working on today is this. 4 friends were participating in a team bike race. The course was 138 kilometers. If they all race the same amount, how far does each friend bike? And so I'm going to show you 2 different ways that you could solve this problem. The first is like we were doing in lessons 14 and 15, in which we were drawing out a model and using that to divide into our groups. So I need to have a place value chart. Okay, now I have my place value chart, and I want to put 138 kilometers. And now I want to draw that out. So now I know I have one set of 100, 3 tens, and 8 ones. And I don't have any parts of a whole, so these are blank. And I know that I want to be able to divide these into 4 because there are 4 friends and they're each going to have an equal amount of the race to bike. Okay. So now I want to start dividing. Well, I cannot put 1 into 4 different places, but I can unbundle this and make it 10 sets of 10 instead of 1 set of 100. And so now I have 13 here. Well, I know that 12 divided by 3 is 4. And 12 is not more than 13, so I can make 4 groups of 3. Four groups of 3 are 12. I'm going to mark those off. And I see that I have 1 set of 10 left over. I can't divide that out into 4 groups, but I can unbundle it and make 10 ones. Which is what I did over here as well. Okay, and so now I have 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18. How many times can I make 4 groups with 18? Well, I know that 4 times 4 is 16, so I can have 4 groups of 4. And that is 16 of these 18 up here. So I'm going to cross off 16. And I have 2 left over. I can't divide 2 into 4 different groups, but I can unbundle them. And when I unbundle them, each one makes 10 tenths. Let's see. There are 20 dots, 20 tenths. Oh, and 4 times 5 is 20. So each one of my 4 groups can have 5. And now I can count up how many are in one group because all of the groups are equal. So now I know that each friend in the race is going to bike 34.5 kilometers of the race. So now let's talk about the second way that we are going to solve this problem. And this is the more traditional way of solving it. And so we're going to take 138, which is how many kilometers we have, and we're going to divide that by 4. And I want you to notice that we're going to come out with the same answer. And really, we're doing the same thing as we were doing up here. So I cannot divide 1 into 4 groups. So I'm going to unbundle it and make 13 ones. So I had 10 from the unbundling plus the other 3. 4 times 3 is 12. So here are the 3 that are in each group of 4, just like we see right here. And that's 12 altogether. So I'm going to take that 12 away, just like I did up here. So minus 12. That gives me 1 left over. And I'm going to unbundle it and make a group of 10, which makes 18. 10 plus 8 is 18. 4 times 4 is 16. So there's my 18 right there. So I had 1 left over, and then I brought down the 8 to go with it. So 4 times 4 is 16. I'm going to subtract that, and there's 2 left over. This is my invisible 0. I can't divide 2 into 4 groups, but if I bring this down and make it a 20, then I can divide 20 by 4. 4 times 5 is 20. And so now I've used them all up, which is exactly what I did over here. We're going to be working on the traditional method more throughout the year, so don't worry if this still seems a little confusing. I hope this helps.